What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we caught this movement to the upside that brought us about 16% of potential profit. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you what news might be the catalyst for this asset for upcoming week and what should we expect from the technical standpoint. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point when this asset hit this range of resistance that I marked previously by connecting these two tops and projecting it to these three bottoms. And I made it at this very point, and as you can see, we had a very good and very well made channel, which had a very strong range of support and resistances for this asset. And I caught a lot of movements of this asset inside this channel. You can watch my videos about 4 or 5 latest video in regards to this company, and you can see that we booked first of all we booked about 11% during this movement to the downside. Then we caught this movement to the upside for about 23%. Then from this point again I predicted that we have to have some kind of retracement, and first of all we made about 12.3%, and at the second time we made about 11% as well. Then at this very point I've told you that we have to land somewhere here, and as you can see, with a very tight stop loss of about 5.5%, we had basically we hit this range and it brought us almost 16% of potential profit. And for now, as you can see, we hit the range of resistance from the previous swing high, and we had a very good reaction, and in my technical analysis I will show you what should we expect next. But for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. And first of all, let me show you this article that was published on Investor Place about 1 day ago, and that is titled SOFI Steps Back from Crypto, What It Means for SOFI Stock Investors. And in one of my previous videos, I've told you that we had rumors that SOFI will close entirely their crypto division, and it happened just a couple of days ago. And I have to say that on the one hand it is not the best news, but on the other hand the weight of this division is not so high in SOFI's balance sheet, and that is why it shouldn't affect on a bigger scale SOFI in a negative manner. So let me show you another quite interesting news, and a lot of people might think that it is a huge negative catalyst. 2 days ago on the Wall Street Journal, you can find this article, Brokerage is SOFI public fine for misleading customers over stock loans. And by the way, take a look who wrote this article, Alexander Osipovich. And if you watch my videos on a daily basis, and if you watch my MMTLP videos, you know that he is the person who wrote a hit piece article back in June in regards to MMTLP, and I have to say that this is not the perfect example of the journalism. And I have to say that this article, on the one hand, yes, it is quite bearish, but on the other hand, we know that SOFI had some issues with the information to their customers, but in general, this fine is nothing else but about $700. As you can see right here, SOFI agreed to pay $500,000 fine, and almost $200,000 on top of that should be the restitutions. And I have to say that these type of fines and this type of news are not so impactful on the underlying securities, because in general we have a lot of rules from authorities, and it is quite interesting that some of these rules might be the result, might be the reason of the fines to certain companies, but some of these rules might be completely ignored by the companies, and it might be ignored by authorities as well. And I have to say that it shouldn't affect the price of SOFI. And we know that, as you can see, this article was published just 2 days ago, and we don't have any major impact on the price action of SOFI during these days. On top of that, let me show you this. We don't have any new price targets from analytic firms, but we still have an analyst consensus price target at about $8.78. It is a tiny 8.01% of upside potential, and you have to keep this number in mind. Let me show you the list of their institutional investors, and let me show you that on my previous video I've told you that Vanguard opened, one of the branches of Vanguard opened a completely new position for more than $3 million in value in SOFI. And other companies rebalance their position. They slightly add to their position. As you can see, on November 28th, they added about almost 16% to their current position. And the value of this position becomes about $106.396 million. And the second position is about $200 million. On top of that, Citigroup, as you can see, they reduced its position, its long position by 44.18%, and they still hold about $9.7 million in value in SOFI. But on the other hand, they bought a call option for 8 million shares, and this position worth about $63.92 million. And it is a huge sign that Citigroup is bullish on SOFI. And on top of that, let me remind you that Anthony Noto, the CEO of this company, recently purchased quite substantial number of SOFI shares. And right here you can see that 3 insiders sold some of their shares, but they didn't sell the entire their position. And previously we know that Anthony Noto and his supposed bought a lot of shares of SOFI for different prices. And this is a very strong bullish sign. On top of that, let me show you that ARK Invest, and it is the fund that is managed by Cathy Wood. ARK Invest recently bought, as you can see, they increased their position from 1.249 million shares all the way up to almost 2 million shares. And this is also a very good bullish sign. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, as you might remember, we are not in a position with SOFI, and we have basically 2 options. First of all, if you are a long-term holder, if you are an investor, basically it doesn't matter where you will add to your long position. Definitely it is not the best point, because in a minute I will show you that we might have a trend reversal, at least a medium-term trend reversal. But if you buy these shares and forget about it, you don't need to rely on the particular price of this asset. You just have to add to your position and wait for several years. But if you are a trader, you have to choose the proper point where you have to enter certain position. And for now, as you can see, we hit the range of resistance at about $8.44, and we have a quite significant reaction to the downside. We have an engulfing candle during the basically about 2 or 3 days ago, and this is very indicative. I don't think that within next several sessions we might break this range, because in my previous video I've told you that we completed 5-wave structure to the upside. As you can see, this was the first wave, this is the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the third, fourth, and 5 waves probably to this point or to this point is the very top of this movement, and that is why we have to cool down a little bit, and this might be the levels where we might land. If I pull the Fib retracement tool from its swing low to swing high, you can see that we didn't reach even 0.382 Fib level, and we have not more than 10% probability of bouncing to the upside out of 0.236. It is a very shallow retracement. That is why, in my opinion, we have to wait for the longer consolidation phase, and potentially we might land at the ranges of $7.44 all the way down to $7.14. It is the golden pocket range, and it is the confluence with the range of support that I drew previously and that worked perfectly well right here. So for now, I have to say that we have to patiently wait, and if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life.